Hello, Neil Whitby once again. This is part 3 of tithing. This is going to be real quick, and then I'm going to shut this down. But I wanted to not avoid the scripture or answer the question, will a man rob God? And this is dealing with your tithing. Will a man rob God? Found in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8. And God asked the question, will a man rob God? And then you asked, how have we robbed you? And then God answers the question that says, you've robbed me in tithes and in offering. Not because you didn't bring your 10% to the preacher every Sunday, but in Malachi chapter 1, verse 18, he says you robbed him because when you brought him food, a lot of times they were bringing not just the first fruits or the grain or the rice or whatever the first fruit was, but when they were bringing it to him, they were bringing him animals, and the animals were lame, they were crippled, they were diseased, they were sick, and this is what the type of animals that they were bringing unto God. And God said, you're robbing me. Should I accept this offering from you? This offering is the worst, not the best or of the first fruits, but it's the worst. And that's how the people were robbing God. Not because they did not bring their 10% every Sunday to God's house and give it to the preacher. I wanted to answer that and not avoid it, because I know some of you are paying your tithes faithfully, and you're still broke, and you're waiting for God to rebuke the devourer for your sake. Well, that's part of what they call under the law, and the preachers are telling you we're not under the law, but you're paying your tithes. So that's part of the under the law that we're not under anymore. That was ceremonial. We don't have to do that anymore. In fact, what the Bible is teaching and what Christianity is teaching you are so off. In Luke chapter 4, verse 16, Jesus was in the temple as it was his custom, as he did every Sabbath day. Every Saturday, Jesus went to church. Christianity has you going to church on Sunday. You see how off that is? And I also told you in Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 28, when you pay your tithes, at the end of the year, Christianity, somebody in the office of the church, somebody in the office will bring you a slip telling you how much you gave in your tithing. They'll tell you how much you've contributed, and they will thank you for your contribution. But in Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 28, read it for yourself. You are supposed to reap and eat the benefits of your tithing. You, the fatherless, the widows, as well as the priest. So it's not just the preacher supposed to eat your tithes up because you paid your 10%. Read it for yourself. Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 28. When you pay your tithes, you yourself are supposed to reap and eat, physically eat food, and eat the benefits of your tithing. I want to just add that excerpt in there. And this is part 3 of tithing and offering. So you can prosper because God said he wants you to prosper and be in good health even as your soul prospers. And I want you to prosper too. So stop giving away your money every Sunday, 10%, and you know you don't have it anyway. It is totally not Bible to do it, and don't feel guilty if you don't do it. Now you should pay your offering, because that's give God an offering. But stop paying 10%, calling it a tithe, because tithing is only food. Don't just take what I'm saying. Go back and I did 3. This is part 3. Look at part 1 and look at part 2 of the videos. And I went scripture for scripture, and it shows you where tithing now it's not what the Bible calls tithing. So if you're doing it and it's not what the Bible calls tithing, stop doing it. Don't add, don't take away. Don't feel guilty. All right? This is Neil Whitby here in Rockford, Illinois, and I'm here to help you. I got some more coming. Stay tuned.